bonus episode of
80-Bit Podsmash,
where gaming goes to grab a beer. And that was 2 cans.
2 cans of sparkling water.
This is a bonus episode. We are going to record a full episode later. We didn't want to drink too much beer tonight, so we're having sparkling water.
And that very pathetic aluminum can sound you heard or didn't hear, that's the explanation for that.
We are your hosts, Termite and
Penguin.
And we are usually a weekly gaming podcast centered around video games, culture, art, politics, maybe even a little religion sprinkled in there. We haven't gotten that far, but tonight is just a bonus episode. It's a one-off for E3. We're going to release this episode the week before. E3 begins this Saturday with EA. I thought it was Sunday real quick, but yeah, it's Saturday.
You're good. It's one of those S days. So for us, this is like, it's going to be out like in a few days.
Yep.
Like, it's going to be out like
really fast content.
Yeah,
we're going to turn this out.
So really fast turnaround, which is interesting because we're also recording an episode tonight that won't air for a couple weeks. So it's just like, it's weird. It's like we're getting one out that's going to be right now, and then another one that's going to be in a couple of weeks.
Yep.
So
slow burn on the other one.
Trying to think about how to talk about things. Is going to be interesting. But
so much like our review of Ready Player One, this is just a one-off thing. We're not going to go through our usual bits. We're just going to jump right into our topic. We're going to talk about E3. I have been on the hype train. I have been hype. We have a subreddit post right now with all the topics from each of the big stakeholders, if you will, or,
big kahunas?
Yeah, they're the big companies of gaming.
Sure, kahunas.
They're all the ones that are having press conferences. I knew it was a key word.
Yeah,
and
press kahunas.
All the words
we'll call them press kahunas.
So all of I guess there's 6 of them.
Press kahunas.
Press kahunas. Sorry
Not
for
kahunas, kahunas.
Oh, like the Hawaiian word.
Yes.
For big wave?
Yes.
Okay, I got you. Yes,
or whatever.
all the big waves.
Kahunas.
All the big waves. This is 80-Bit Podsmash, everyone.
And we're just drinking water right now.
Yeah, and we're just getting started. I don't know about Penguin here, but I am giddy for E3, and I'm chomping at the bit to watch all the press conferences, get all the gaming news, get super hyped, get the pre-orders out there, play some games with people I love, and talk about games with you guys.
It's gaming for Christmas.
This is like
it's Christmas for gamers.
Well, or like right now, there's hockey and basketball. Like, what do you call them? Their respective end of the season.
They're
things.
Super Bowl equivalents. Yes.
Sure, right. So and it takes like 8 years to get through the 7 games that they're playing and like the best of 7 and declare a champion. Well, this is gaming's playoffs.
Yep.
Every year in June, they go out to LA, Anaheim, California, LA area, somewhere out there in the ether of California, which I know nothing about.
Mm-hmm.
And they announce, this is where all the big announcements are. All the companies lay out for stakeholders and their stocks, their marketing, and all the business point of view as far as like how to invest in their companies or what they're working on to show off everything. But also the consumers get to enjoy it, because it's the Electronic Entertainment Expo.
It's to get excited about. So it's fun announcements about games that we get to play in like a few months or a few years. Yeah, exactly. So, hype train's leaving the station, so hold on to your butts. Choo-choo!
Choo-choo. We're going to go through all 6 of the big press conferences. We're going to talk about stuff we're excited about, maybe some predictions, and some of the stuff we already know that's factual.
All right. Let's do it.
Right.
Where do we start?
So we're going to go in order of time, chronological order, for when the press conferences air.
Press kahunas.
So, press kahunas air. Saturday, June 9th at 2 p.m. That's Eastern Time. EA is going to hit the stage. So EA is the company everyone loves to hate, right?
Yeah,
it came off
all the hate train.
Let's give them a little context for EA. Electronic Arts is what it stands for. So the context is Battlefront 2 flopped because of microtransactions.
Yep.
There was a giant controversy. It was the #1 hated Reddit post. Hundreds of thousands of people spoke volumes to EA.
It made international headlines. It sparked...
Wait! We gotta rewind a little bit. Mass Effect Andromeda was a complete bomb.
Yeah.
And because of EA's pressure on BioWare.
Yep.
Okay, and then just a little bit later, they closed Visceral Games, the developers behind one of the most exciting Star Wars games to ever hit
this
modern
publisher
generations.
is basically just like the supervillain of the gaming industry right now. 2017 supervillain of the year. It's their press has just been so bad. So a lot's riding on EA's decisions this year, and a lot's riding. A lot of people are paying close attention because they're standing to lose a lot of money. I mean, the The interesting thing I was, just as a side note, I was catching up on Reddit about some of the EA controversies, and a lot of people were saying how their stock's gone back up, but people were quick to point out, like Economics 101, the distributors, like your GameStops and your Walmarts, they've already bought copies of all these games expecting it to be big sellers. So, of course, their stock's going to look okay right now because the games have already been bought. They've already made their buck. It's the GameStops and the Walmarts that are actually going to hurt as a result of the poor performance of Battlefront 2.
Which they have, because Battlefront 2 is sitting on the shelf
on
clearance.
So the buck's not going to come around back to EA until the GameStops and the Walmarts and the Best Buys don't buy large amounts of copies of their next game. So that's where it's going to hurt them. So it's the boycotts are long con, all, y'all.
That's right. And we spoke with our wallets. We've made change. They've removed the microtransactions from Battlefront 2, and they've tried to get ahead of E3. So Battlefield 5 has been announced. We're jumping in. So they're going to talk about Battlefield 5. We'll save the big game for the end of the E3 discussion. But right now we're going to talk about Battlefield 5. Why is this important? Battlefield 1 had microtransactions, but it was done properly with cosmetics. Really fleshed out a good gaming ecosystem. I platinumed that game. It was a solid game. It was great. It had a single-player campaign. It was fun. A little short, but it was good.
How did they go from Battlefield 1 to Battlefield 5?
That's a whole nother
That's
ordeal,
a whole nother
right? So there's Battlefield 1942, and then there was Battlefield 2142, and then there was Battlefield Vietnam in the middle there. Those weren't in order, but those three games came out. And then they came out with Battlefield 2, then Battlefield 3, then Battlefield 4, then Battlefield Hardline. And then because they wanted to go back to World War One, they went back to Battlefield
1. World War 1, but Battlefield 1.
Correct.
Xbox One.
Yeah. It's so weird. Yeah. And now, because V is apparently a mark for victory in World War II, Winston Churchill apparently used the V as a mark.
Sure, that sounds made up.
So they're like, oh, we're going to use the Roman numeral 5 and the V to show off Battlefield 5. And I mean, numerically, it is the next Battlefield in the series.
Yeah,
so it's
all right. It's just weird.
It's
for people who don't care about the franchise or I'm so sorry for all the moms out there who want to buy Battlefield games for their kids and don't even understand. Wouldn't even know where to start.
Yeah, just give me the latest one.
Exactly. Give me the latest
one, whichever one.
That's what GameStop employees are for.
Exactly.
Yep.
So Battlefield 5, they tried to get ahead of the Battlefield Front 2 context, which is no microtransactions and no season passes.
Okay.
Which is crazy. So we're going to bring everyone's on the same page all the time. A new map comes out, everyone gets to play it.
Yep.
Right? Sounds awesome. So they're trying to get ahead of the message. They showed off some very early gameplay teaser footage, which was definitely CGI, not quite true gameplay. So we're waiting for E3 to see the actual gameplay footage.
Okay.
But it is World War II centered, and they're trying to get ahead of their bad publicity right off the bat.
Got it.
All right, so other things that EA might talk about, of course, they're going to talk about Madden and FIFA. They're the big money makers, but that's a snooze fest for us because we're not sports people.
But for people who are into it, and they'll show off the gameplay and stuff, and there's going to be people who cheer because people are into those kinds of games. There's a huge industry, and really EA leads that industry. There's not a lot of publishers who are really investing a lot in sports games. Right. And so that is one area where EA is doing pretty well for themselves.
And 2K is their competitor with NBA 2K. And,
got it. Cool.
So then there might be a Need for Speed game announced. No one's really talking about that. There's been no leaks or anything ahead of time, but maybe we'll expect a Need for Speed. What I'm curious about is the studio. So EA has a program that A Way Out has come out as a result of. Unravel was another game with Yarny that was also, I think, a game it's funded by EA, and EA doesn't make a profit. Okay. So it's here's a whole bunch of money, developers, go make this game for the good of, it's one of those save face kind of moves, it's kind of a charitable thing. Yeah. So that's how A Way Out came out. So maybe there'll be another studio that they've funded in that whole program that might show off another cool game. And A Way Out was awesome. So the biggest game that we're both excited about is Anthem! So it's going to be developed by BioWare, who just did Mass Effect Andromeda, but that was
which was a flop, but...
It was, and it was a subsect of BioWare. They have multiple studios, and the Andromeda was a different studio that made the first ones. So there's a studio that made Dragon Age and Mass Effect. They're all mixed up in there, and I don't have them all.
BioWare did KOTOR, right?
Yeah.
As well.
That was their, that was the thing that put them on the map. Yeah. Was Knights of the Old Republic for Xbox. So we're highly anticipating Anthem. We're hoping that with all of this microtransaction publicity and a lot of the negative Destiny 2 publicity surrounding things like that, we're hoping
they pay attention and learn.
Right.
Yeah,
we're chomping at the bit to figure out, like, what are they going to do with Anthem? It is supposed to be this games as a service, online, like, third-person type of RPG shooter that has, like, mech armor, kind of like Iron Man. And you're flying around and you're going underwater.
The gameplay they've shown so far also just looks like a beautiful game. Like, it looks... we'll see what the end result looks like, because you never know, but I mean, it looks stunning right now. Like, it's going to be one of those games that you'll be tempted to buy a PS4 Pro for. Like, it's going to be just amazingly beautiful. So, beautiful look to it. The gameplay itself looks fun, over the shoulder, third person shooter, and it's got like fun MMO-ish gameplay elements where you've got gear that affects, gear with stats and special effects that affect the gameplay, and it looks like it's going to have like some forms of raids or
heavily
group
multiplayer
content.
Focused, online all the time. Just like a lot of people are comparing it to Destiny.
Yeah, and Destiny was fun. Like, I mean, it had some serious problems, and it wasn't my favorite game, but it had some fun parts too. Like, it was a good game.
And BioWare has the pedigree. They've made so many good games.
Yeah.
Like, Dragon Age games are awesome. Mass Effect's awesome. Knights of the Old Republic is awesome.
In the interest of time, we're excited about Anthem, but let's move on.
Right. So next up is Microsoft. All right. I have never been excited for Microsoft as I am today.
Are you now?
So I'm going to give you some context and lay it out there.
Okay.
So Microsoft has been struggling to keep up against Sony since the announcement of their Xbox One.
Yeah,
before
this
it even
whole
came
generation,
out.
entire generation, they've been
trying to be reactive. Now, when the Xbox One came out, it was bundled with a Kinect. It was $100 more. They threatened to not allow disc-based games. They have reverted 180 degrees, repented, if you will, of all of these things.
Yep.
And now they are doing some awesome gaming, loving, like, to the core audience, trying to win their favor.
Absolutely.
Backwards compatibility is amazing. Any Xbox 360 game disc, almost, like, there's a lot, hundreds of them. You can just throw the disc in and you get it. It's yours. So you don't have to pay any more for it, and most of them are enhanced. So they came out with this Xbox One X console, which is more powerful than anything Sony offers.
Yep.
And that's a fact, like, on the hardware. But you're seeing games like Assassin's Creed Origins, Far Cry 5. Those third-party published games look and play better on the One X, definitively. You can check out Digital Foundry's videos on YouTube. They do frame rate analysis, frame pacing, and like lighting effects and geometric detail and level of detail. It's amazing what they do. And you can see the Xbox One X is clearly the better platform to play everything on. So they're making strides in getting the game. And then the last thing they did was Game Pass.
Yep.
You can pay, it's a Netflix-like subscription that you can get first-party new releases. And they just did Sea of Thieves and State of Decay 2, which are exclusive Xbox games that are brand new. And you get to play them on Game Pass day one.
Yep.
Right?
The other thing that Microsoft does really well is their push for cross-platform compatibility.
Oh, yeah, Rocket League, Minecraft.
Yep.
Fortnite.
And then just all of their games now are playable on buy the game once and you can play it on your Xbox or
on PC.
Your Windows 10 PC. Yeah, that's your Windows 10. Yeah, that's the stipulation. But I mean, which is awesome for people like me who are, we haven't really had a podcast topic on this yet, but I'd like to at some point talk about the merits or not of cross-platform gameplay. So given that of the three big developers right now, hardware developers, Sony is the one who's being standoffish when it comes to cross-platform.
Yeah.
Like, that's...
Like, obviously.
Like, very much so, yeah. So, like, Microsoft is pushing for that. It's winning a lot of respect amongst gamers as well, I think. So, the ability to be like, yeah, some people want to play on PC. That's great. Let's make it happen. That's awesome. Good for them.
Of all of the cool things I just talked about Microsoft, what didn't I say? What do they don't? It's a big glaring hole. Games. Yeah. Yep. They have no first-party exclusives that make it worth having an Xbox.
Yeah, that's just...
I mean, all the games I mentioned, they play just fine on a PlayStation 4 Pro. If you have a 4K TV and you need that, you're not going to know it unless you've got them both side by side and you're doing, like, slow the frames down and count them or zoom in 400% and look at the detail.
Yep.
That's why I'm excited about E3 for Microsoft. What games are they going to talk about?
Yeah, what are they going to do?
So here's a prediction from Termite that I think is good. So there was a leak that Devil May Cry 5's website was like trademarked or like bought. And so like everyone's speculating Devil May Cry is coming back. There's other numerous leaks and things that have come out over the last 6 months or so.
They should do They should retire Dante though and do a female.
That'd be awesome.
Protagonists would be nuts. That'd be
so
awesome.
I think Capcom's gonna, because there's no Capcom press conference.
Yeah.
And it's a third-party thing.
Sure.
So if Microsoft can get at least like a time frame where it's Xbox exclusive, kind of like Tomb Raider, because they had that 1 year with Shadow of Tomb Raider.
Yeah.
Or not Shadow, I'm sorry, that's the new one. Rise of the Tomb Raider, sequel. Yeah. They had a 1 year like exclusivity buy from Microsoft.
That'd be huge.
That'd be a huge get for Microsoft.
Be huge, yeah.
And then the Resident Evil 2 remake, which Capcom has announced that they're making years ago, but they've seen no footage. We've seen no updates about it at all. Same thing. If there's any sort of Xbox exclusivity possibility here for that, it would be crazy.
Yeah.
And then here's the nuts one. This is me driving off a cliff with ideas. Borderlands 3 Xbox exclusive.
No. I mean, I'd get it on Windows 10. They would just get it on PC, but still.
Could you imagine that, though?
That would be amazing, but
for Microsoft,
I highly
I don't like it, because I want it on PS4.
No, I highly doubt it. They're too close with Sony in regards to, I mean, if you look at like the Handsome Collection, I mean, all of their games have been.
But Handsome Collection's on Xbox One.
Yeah, but I know, but that's what I mean. Is like they've always been. They will lose a large player base, I think.
That's true.
And Gearbox cannot afford to take risks like that right now, unless Microsoft is going to subsidize the crap out of them. That's what, that's what I mean.
Like, that's a crazy.
Microsoft would have to
cliff,
buy them. That's the only thing I can think of, because Gearbox has way too much riding on Borderlands 3 at this point. But still, I get your point.
All right, predictions aside, unless you have any.
No, I don't have
things
any.
We actually might happen. No, not leak. They're not supported by leaks or rumors, but stuff that's kind of expected is what's next for Halo.
Yep.
We're gonna have a Halo 6.
Yeah, Halo is Microsoft's franchise, so
So, Gears of War 5,
moneymaker.
What's going to happen? Are they going to come out with Gears of War Battlegrounds? Probably. Halo Battlegrounds? Probably. Battleground modes are taking over everything.
Battle Royales, all that good stuff.
Something I'm really excited about is there was rumors and leaks about the Forza Horizon developers, Playground Games, jumping over to the Fable franchise.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So wait, Xbox owns exclusive
rights to Fable.
Yeah, that's
it's always
good.
been Xbox exclusive.
Okay, I see.
And they're so good. Oh, I miss Fable so much.
Fable's fun.
I go back and play them occasionally. I love them. I love Fable. So if there's a new Fable, I'd be stoked.
I do need to play 2 and 3. I've only played 1, and I loved it. It was amazing, but I never had
1 and 3 were
Xbox.
the best. I didn't like 2 that much. But, I mean, I want a new Fable.
Yeah.
Considering all of that.
Awesome.
Cool. So, Sunday night at 9:30 is Bethesda.
Which there's already been a little, we've already gotten a little taste. So the gaming subreddit is literally just Fallout 76. Everything is Fallout 76. It's nuts. Which, again, for those who those complaining about naming conventions, there's Fallout 1, 2, 3, New Vegas, 4, and then 76.
There's the Fallout Tactics in there too.
Yeah. It's just kind of funny. People have been pointing though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 76 is how Bethesda counts apparently. So we can look forward to the Elder Scrolls 76 soon too as well.
Maybe from 5 to 76. It's about Vault 76.
You're right.
It's called that.
Yes.
So it's apparently the first vault that opens right after the nuclear Fallout.
Nuclear Fallout.
Nuclear.
Yeah, I know. You said
I corrected myself.
Nuclear.
It's the first vault that opens 20 years after the nuclear war, and you're the ones that are rebuilding everything. Because in Fallouts 3 and 4, at least the ones I played, the world is kind of already established.
Yeah.
Given that it's really rough. But it's, communities have been established, cities have been established and such. So now you're doing that.
Yeah.
A lot of speculation about it being an online-centered game, games as a service kind of deal. And it having a lot of the base building mechanics from Fallout 4 kind of fully fleshed out.
Yeah.
There's speculation about a phone app that might help in we don't really know what it is. We're going to find out. Bethesda will show it off. There was a full Rage 2 trailer announcement that happened. That was leaked like crazy. Hilarious interactions on Twitter. They marked up that Walmart had a list of games, placeholder titles that were just a black square and white text that had Rage 2 in it. And then Bethesda took that and marked it up with pink ink before they announced it. And then they went with it. And so they just had tweet after tweet of hilarious. You guys check it out. Check out Bethesda's Twitter feed. It's really funny. But anyway, so Rage 2 is confirmed. We know that it's coming. So some speculations coming now are Doom 2. Please announce Doom 2. Oh my gosh. I will flip out. The alternative to Doom 2, or maybe in addition to, would be what's next for Elder Scrolls.
Yeah, Elder Scrolls needs the last Elder Scrolls entry beyond Skyrim.
Yeah, Skyrim was 5.
Skyrim was 5, and the only other thing that's been done with that IP has been the MMO,
right.
The Elder Scrolls Online, TOS. Mm-hmm. Considering the running joke in the gaming industry right now is what's Skyrim going to be on next, you know? So Skyrim on refrigerators, Skyrim on flip phones. Yeah,
smartwatch.
Yeah, exactly. Like, they really need to break that trend and give the Elder Scroll fans another locale for them to explore and enjoy. So I don't know, I'm not a huge Bethesda fan, but in my experience, it's always been like it seems to be that they always kind of alternate between Fallout and the Elder Scrolls.
Yep.
So if they were to do two, like both in one E3 press conference, that would be nuts. Yeah. So
and in the past, they had announced Fallout 4, and then it came out that fall. Crazy. So who knows if we're going to get any other surprises like that again this year too.
Yeah, cool.
So I'm wondering if there'll be a new Dishonored. Like
okay.
They had that spin-off kind of DLC as a full game type of deal last year, and so maybe there's something in the future of Dishonored. And then I had another thought, but I lost it, and I don't remember from it. Wolfenstein / Prey.
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh.
Like, is there anything in their future? Maybe, maybe not. And then Quake Champions, we'll find out.
Cool.
But next is Square Enix.
Square Enix is going to be on Monday from 11 to 1. Is that what it looks like?
It's June 11th.
Oh, June 11th at 1 p.m. is going to be the Square Enix Kahuna. What do we expect from Square Enix this year?
The biggest one, I mean, the obvious thing is Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yep.
It was finally, there was gameplay, and some people were invited at this special event to go play Kingdom Hearts 3, and they've said gamers will be able to play Kingdom Hearts 3 on the floor at E3, so we're going to see a lot of details about it. Will they announce a release date?
They should. They have to. I feel like given that that's the only thing that they have really in the shoot right now. I mean, I see your other updates of possible updates on Final Fantasy VII, and Avengers, and maybe another entry in the Final Fantasy series, another new numbered entry, Final Fantasy 16. But again, those would all just be like announcements. The only other one that they actually have in the works is Tomb Raider 3, which is coming out later this year.
Yeah, they've already
Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Yeah, so
we really, really hope for an Avengers update. Yeah, because we had that one trailer that was like Avengers Reassemble, and it showed like Captain America's shield and Thor's hammer, and like, if we got something more from that, that would be sweet. Yeah,
but I think that the only one that they could actually announce a release date for is Kingdom Hearts 3. Yeah. So if they're going to do any release date news, which I can't imagine doing an E3 without some kind of release date for one of your games, the one that's next in the shoot. That's
Termite's prediction. Kingdom Hearts 3 is January 2019. They push it back again. Because they've said 2018, but I don't think it's ready.
It could be Christmas, though. I mean, Kingdom Hearts...
Yeah, but everything that comes out around December flops because you missed the Black Friday. Everything that's good, like, hype-wise, comes out.
I mean, they could do, like, an October or a November release trying to go for the Christmas sales because it's a very kid-targeted focused game. So,
and they're also saying the Frozen world will be unveiled at
Interesting.
E3.
Yeah, no, that'd be good. Good for Disney. So, cool. Let's move on to our next kahuna there, which is going to be Ubisoft.
Monday, 4 o'clock. We have the obvious, Ubisoft doesn't really have any context or anything weird going on with them. It's just business as usual, probably. They leaked Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and then they had the game. That was leaked, and then as a result, they just went ahead and gave us the trailer, teaser, if you will, of, like, a Greek warrior with the mohawk helmet and the skirt and the very Greek gods type frame, and it's called Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Cool.
So that's already confirmed. The biggest deal is Splinter Cell.
Nice.
Are they gonna show off Splinter Cell? How's that?
So it's confirmed they're doing one, or
everyone is speculating that they're coming out.
So
with
it's
one.
Not confirmed, but everyone's speculating. Okay.
Yeah, and then the Division 2 has been announced. For sure, showed off a logo. It's gonna happen. So
okay, cool.
Yep, nothing crazy there. I'm just excited about all three of those. I just want to know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
And then next is the PC gaming show, where I will finally take a break, have a nice nap, sit back, maybe drink a beer, and just bathe in all the excitement that has happened up until this. At this point, it'll be Monday.
Is there anything that you think is expected to be shown of any importance at the PC gaming show?
And the next one is Sony at 9 p.m.
I'm sorry that Termite has failed you guys, who would want to actually know what's at the PC gaming show.
I have no clue what's there. BlizzCon handles a lot of the PC gaming leg, and then a lot of the titles that are unveiled with what we just mentioned are PC platforms as well. Mm-hmm. So I don't really know anything specific to PC that's out there.
So yeah,
that's percolating. There's no like big.
And I haven't been following E3 long enough to know what typically gets shown there or what typically gets announced there. So we'll see. Maybe some VR stuff.
Yeah, that's probably like PC's kind of king in that regard now with HTC and
Oculus I would expect HTC and Oculus to probably make some appearances there. So cool. Sony's at 9:00 on Monday. Man, a lot of Monday stuff. Yeah, it's like nonstop on Monday.
Yeah, the big day. So Sony has come out and said they're only going to focus on 4 main titles during their actual Kahuna presentation: The Last of Us 2, Ghost of Tsushima, Death Stranding, and Spider-Man. All have already been announced. There's no surprises there.
Cool. Awesome. We'll be live tweeting that one, so we'll talk more about it as it actually happens. But
Sony just announced like yesterday that each day from Wednesday through Sunday, they're going to unveil or announce something new. So 3 new titles, a release date for a big title, that's the 4th thing, and then a VR exclusive title will finally come out.
Awesome, sweet. They're trying to steal the show, obviously.
So they're like, every single day. Yeah, I can't wait for that.
Cool.
So we're going to live tweet Microsoft's, and we're going to live tweet Sony's, and we're going to live tweet the next one, the biggest one, and my most excited one.
We're live tweeting it?
Yeah.
Nintendo's?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. It's at 12 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah, I'm working from home.
All right, he'll be live tweeting it. I'll be at work just texting him things to say.
So Nintendo's is noon, in the middle of the day on Tuesday, unfortunately for us who have jobs. I'm going to work from home in the morning, and then I'll catch that at my lunch break, and then I'll jump back to the office after that's over.
Awesome.
From noon to 1. But, of course, the biggest thing is Smash Bros.
Yeah.
We know it's coming. It's going to be freaking good.
So much stuff. And we talked all about we're expecting huge roster information. Like, I want a good 50% at least of the roster of Smash Bros.
There's a tournament right afterwards.
Yeah.
So they're going to show tons of gameplay. We're going to be able to now analyze and break down everything. It's going to be fantastic.
Yeah, it's going to be their flagship title for E3 this year. It'll probably steal the show for E3 this year.
Oh, it's going to be the biggest thing. Like last year, they had Mario Odyssey. The whole world was, or like their whole setup at E3, like physically, was all decked out in.
Now, are they still going to be doing like a pre-recorded thing for E3?
That's what
okay, all right, gotcha.
And then they have their Treehouse Live for like the whole day,
and that'll be where the Smash Bros. Tournament is.
And there's a tournament separately from that.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, cool.
So there's a whole like thing there. And there's a Splatoon 2 tournament happening as well.
Nice.
So I expect we'll get some details about I should know this.
The Octolings?
Octolings expansion, which I'm excited about. But there's a whole like first single player campaign being added, and the fact that you get to play Octolings.
Yep.
That's going to be sweet. I'm really, really, really hoping for Metroid Prime 4 gameplay.
Please. Even something, just because all we saw was the logo. In the last little bit of it was the logo. So a trailer, some hint as to what the story's about. Like I don't even know if they're far along enough along to show gameplay, but that would be awesome. But something, something more, a title, something. You know,
shout out to my brother who put this idea in my head for a super get hype, crazy hopeful dream that the Metroid Prime 1 through 3. Like the collection comes to the Switch.
Oh, yes, please.
Like stop! I can't even get more excited about E3 right now. Oh my gosh! So that happens.
That'd be great.
Animal Crossing. If they announce that, I'm gonna lose it. I'm done. Like just here's my wallet, Nintendo. Hopefully something about some GameCube Virtual Console or
something.
They've killed the Virtual Console name. That's officially dead. But hopefully some way of getting GameCube games.
Yeah, GameCube games on the Switch, like
because they
remasters
there was
or
leak
anything.
A while ago.
I mean, they could remaster a lot of those titles. Would be good. Star Fox Adventures, Luigi's Mansion,
Mario Sunshine.
Yeah, I mean, and then I know they've already done it for the Wii U, but I would love to see some Zelda remasters for the Switch as well.
Oh, like a Zelda collection.
That
would be sweet.
My gosh, yes.
Yeah,
that'd be great.
There's been a leak about a Star Fox racing game is what's next from Retro Studios. We don't know what's next from Retro Studios. They've been developing something since Tropical Freeze came out for the Wii U.
Yeah.
They weren't working on the port to Switch.
Yeah, got it.
So they've been on a game for years and no one knows really what it is. But it leaked that Star Fox could possibly have a racing game kind of like Diddy Kong Racing.
Yeah.
That's kind of the vibe there. So whatever leak. And of course we're going to know what's next for Pokemon.
Yep. Like we already know some of what's next for Pokemon,
Let's Go
which
Pikachu
is awesome.
and Let's Go Eevee.
Yeah, Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee were announced, and they are basically like Pokemon Go on the Switch, but it's a little bit more complicated than that. You get a little Pokeball that you get to. It's a little Pokeball motion capture thing for the Switch that you'll be able to throw at Pokemon, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's got some battle systems that aren't in the Pokemon Go app, but it'll sync with Pokemon Go. You'll be able to move Pokemon from Pokemon Go into Let's Go Pikachu or Let's Go Eevee.
Yeah,
So that's
the best
really
way
cool.
it's been described to me. It's like you're playing Pokemon Go in Kanto.
Yes.
Like in the game.
Yeah,
you're
which
playing
is pretty cool.
Pokemon Go in the game.
Yeah, which is really cool. So I think it'll be way more fun. I was excited to learn that it wasn't. I thought that was the title. I thought that was the Switch title, and I was like, "What the heck, Pokemon? Seriously?"
No, Gen 8's coming next year.
Gen 8.
Calm
okay.
down, everyone.
Yep. So
And I would really love to hear like some Mario Odyssey DLC, like some extra worlds or something, or maybe they do something with going to Isle Delfino.
yes,
Wouldn't that be sweet?
That'd be great.
Oh,
yeah.
that'd be awesome.
So cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's I think all that we wanted to hit today for E3.
That's all the big Kahuna press
So
conferences.
y'all get a nice Hawaiian themed bonus episode with the kahunas, not to be confused with cojones. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you enjoyed this bonus content, hit us up at 80-bit Podsmash on Reddit, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and just let us know what your predictions are, what you're excited about. Let us know if we got anything glaringly wrong or incorrect.
We did forget some things, but it's already going on 30 minutes. So,
Right, we don't want
hit us up on Reddit, because I already started a subreddit thread there, and you can talk about it. All the stuff that we've just mentioned in this is posted there in Reddit posts.
Yep. And like we said, we're going to do a live tweet of the Sony conference. Termite's going to do a live tweet of the Nintendo conference, and you said Sony as well, or Microsoft, then we're also, like we said, we have those Reddit posts there for all the different big kahunas, so just make sure to, if you want to discuss further, those are there, and they are all separated for discussion, so just engage, and let's talk about E3. Let's get hyped. E3, get on board the hype train.